What's up guys, another unboxing video today. I've got my hands on the Thor Hero Pack, finally. I'm waiting for this pack forever. It's taking so long to get stock in the UK for anything for this game. I'm so excited to see what's inside. As always, we have a little poster card inside, which fell on the floor. We have a poster card, which is going to be a Thor, and a little deck list, as you can see there. It tells about the deck. So this is a aggression build. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool artwork. Thor and Loki fighting, that's really smart. Okay, so let's put it to the side. Let's open up the pack and see what we got. Okay, unopened. Please excuse me while I just sniff the cards. Oh, it smells so nice. So good. Right, so starting off with Thor. 1 Thor, 2 attack, 2 defense. He's an Asgard Avenger. And he has have at the response. After you engage a minion, draw 2 cards. That's pretty cool. It's pretty handy actually. Drawing cards in this game is always essential. You always want to draw cards. Has a hand size of 4, so it's quite a low hand size. 14 hit points is quite a lot. Other side of alter ego of Odin's son is 4 recovery, which is quite good. So he has an action worthy. Search your deck and discard power for the Mjolnir upgrade and add it to your hand. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you can actually search for his hammer, which is kind of obvious really because he's Thor, can't not have his hammer. So let's see what Mjolnir does. Okay, we've got an ally, Lady Sith. Cost of 4, 2 floors, 2 attack, 3 health. After she enters play, ready for or Odinson. So that's pretty cool. So you can essentially attack with Thor and then ready him again, attack again. That's pretty cool idea. We have 3 copies of Defender of the Nine Realms. These are event cards. It's a thwart action, hero action. Discard cards top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion, and pull that minion to play engage with you and move 3 threats from a scheme. So that's pretty cool. So for 0, you can essentially move 3 threats from a scheme and engage with a minion. So part of his ability earlier to draw a card, that's going to be really handy. So I see here is going to be about brute strength, which is basically just slaughtering minions, smashing through to beat our enemy. We have 1 copy of Thor Asgard, which is an event card of 1 cost. It's an alter ego action. So search your deck and discard power for a card of the Asgard trait and add it to your hand. So that's going to be pretty cool. So I assume most of the cards got the Asgard trait. And shuffle your deck. That's pretty handy. So we've got 2 cards let you search for specific cards, which is going to be really good for early on. 3 copies for Hammer Throw. This is an event for 3, and it's a attack, hero action, exhaust Mjolnir, deal 8 damage to an enemy, and return Mjolnir to your hand. Its attack gains overkill. So that's it's pretty handy. So you can use Thor to search for Mjolnir. You can exhaust Mjolnir to do 8 damage to an enemy, and then return it to your hand, and then essentially play it again, or use Mjolnir for a resource. That's pretty cool. We have 2 copies of Lightning Strike, which is a hero action. Spend X resources, deal X damage to the villain and each minion engaged with you. This attack ignores tough status cards. You have the aerial trait, so that's really good. Against specific ones, I reckon against Ultron that'd be really handy because of all the drones he puts out. Obviously, you can just slaughter the drones. 1 copy of Asgard. It's a really nice artwork. I love the Rainbow Road there going to the Asgard realm. It's a location card 3, and you get +1 hand size, that's a pretty cool idea. I like that. We have 2 copies of God of Thunder, which are the upgrade cards, which are another Asgard card. Exhaust this to generate a resource, but only on the hero side of the card. It's still pretty good though. Such nice artwork on these cards. And we have, of course, Mjolnir, as I'm saying it right. Is it Mjolnir? I can't say it. It's an Asgard weapon, restricted, max 2 restricted cards per player. Thor gets +1 attack against the aerial trait. So, players that upgrade is pretty handy, but to be able to search for it, another action, you get an extra resource you can pay for stuff. And 1 copy of Thor's helmet. +5 hit points for 2 is pretty damn good, if I can say so myself. So that's his set 15 cards out of the way. So now we're going to look at the aggression set. So, 6 cost. Hercules, an ally, costs 6, 4 health, 1 force, 3 attack. Reduce the cost of Hercules to play by 1 for each minion engaged with you. So that's pretty cool. So it's great synergy already. You're going to use the card to search for minions, get them out, get Hercules down fast, slaughter the minions. That sounds pretty good. We have Valkyrie, another ally. You know how Valkyrie is a Avenger. She has the Asgard trait. 3 cost, 3 health, 1 fort, 2 attack. And after she enters play, deal 2 damage to a minion, 3 damage instead if you pay for this card using that symbol resource. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool card. Chase Them Down is a staple set in the core game. It's a response when you thwart after a hero attacks defeats an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. That's one of the core set cards. 3 copies of Get Over Here. Scorpion's card, I assume. Deal 1 damage to a minion, and if you have the aerial trait, engage that enemy. Okay, so that's only really essential, I suppose, in a multiplayer way, because when you're playing solo, the enemies always engage with you anyway, so it doesn't make a difference in solo play. Another Thor card here, Mean Swing. So this is an event for 0. This is a hero interrupt. When your hero makes a basic attack, exhaust a weapon upgrade on your hero. Your hero gets +3 for that attack. So essentially, you could exhaust Mjolnir to get +3 for your attack. Power of Aggression is a staple card in the red decks. Also part of the core set, it gives you 2 resources for only aggression cards only. We have Hall of Heroes, which is a support card for 2. It's an Asgard location. After you defeat a minion, place 1 glory counter here. And then alter ego action, exhaust Hall of Heroes and remove 3 glory counters from it and draw 3 cards. So it's going to be a good card to get on early. Just basically keep defeating minions, get counters on it, and then draw 3 cards. 3, that's going to be pretty, it's pretty good. What's this one? We have 3 copies of Battle Fury. It's the upgrade for 1. Max 1 per player. After your hero attacks and defeats a minion, deal 1 damage to your hero and discard Battle Fury, ready your hero. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you're going to take a damage, but you can essentially attack, defeat a minion, raise up, and attack and defeat another minion, or attack the villain. That's pretty good. We have 1 copy of Yarnbjorn, which is a Asgard weapon, which after your hero attacks an enemy, spend strength resource, deal damage to the enemy. That's going to be really good. So after it attacks, so you haven't got to kill the enemy, just attack. That's pretty good. Okay, that's that card. This is up to the basic cards, the generic cards. So we have 2 costs of Heimdall, is an Asgard ally. It's quite a high cost, 5, but he has 2 force, 3 attack, 4 health. At the end of play, the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, discard 1 of them and put the others back in any order. So that's going to be really handy, because if you have a pesky card coming up, such as Shadows of the Past, or the one with the villain schemes, treachery, it's going to be really annoying. You get rid of that, shuffle it around a little bit. We have 3 copies of Invulnerability. So this is just a 3, give your hero a tough status card. That's pretty good. Especially against when your hero's got not a lot of health left over and you're getting against a big villain, going to do a big attack against your net. You can see you coming, you think, you know what, just in case, I'm going to get a tough status card. Copies of the obvious resource generating cards, just staple of all decks, pretty much. Avengers Mansion, which is obviously a support card, draw a card, it's in the core set. So we have his obligation cards here, so Odin's Anger, well, that being cast out by Odin. So all obligation cards you pass to the player, they all have the same thing. You can either exhaust Odinson, remove from the game, or you can discard Mjolnir from your hand or from play, and you are stunned, discard obligation. So that's that. Okay, so we have here his Nemesis set. So Nemesis set, we have Family Feud. So this is basically, based on Loki, I assume. So place additional 30 for each Asgard card in play. So that could be quite a lot, depending on how late on the game you get it. We have here pesky Loki as a minion. 2 scheme, 2 attack, 4 health. 3 boost status card symbols is quite a lot. When Loki will be defeated, discard top card in the counter deck. If that card is a treachery, heal all damage from Loki instead. Oh, that's pretty annoying. That's a very annoying as hell Nemesis, definitely. 2 copies of the Frost Giants. 1 scheme, 3 attack, 4 health. Interplay of toughness, that's quite a lot. The boost action, if the villain attacking and attack deal damage to a character, stun that character. So that's a pretty annoying minion. And Tricks of Treachery, when revealed, it's got the top 3 cards of your deck. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different card type's card this way. So that's pretty annoying as well. So that encounter set is really irritating. So it looks pretty interesting so far. Quite excited to see how just the plays out the deck on its own, the aggression set on itself. So that's the little card there, reminding you what cards go inside the deck, obviously. These are the extra cards come with the deck. So each deck comes with a preset deck of 40 cards and a theme, and a bunch of extra cards you can add to the card pool. So we have Under Surveillance. This is a Justice card for 2, upgrade. Attached to the main scheme, max 1 per scheme, and increase the target threat value of the scheme by 4. So that's pretty handy if you've got a scheme that is getting close to being completed, or you want to give yourself extra time. That's pretty good. We have 3 copies of Teamwork, which is a leadership card. It's a 0 cost event. Hero Interrupt. When you use your basic thwart power or basic attack power, exhaust an ally you control, add that ally's matching power to your hero's power first use. That's pretty good because you could basically do one big hit to the villain using your ally's attack power. Gain Protection, we have Second Wind, which is an event. 3. Action, heal 4 damage from Identity. 5 damage save, pay for this card using that resource. Okay, so basically heal 4 for 3 cost card, which is pretty good, or 5 instead. And lastly, the basic cards, we have Enhance Physique. Uses 3 physical counters, so it's a hero resource, exhaust, enhance physique, and move a physical counter from it to generate a strength resource. So that's pretty good. It's a pretty handy card. I like that. I like any resource generating cards, any draw cards. So this deck looks pretty cool. I can't wait to see it play. It looks very aggressive. Now I like combining aggression with other aspects, particularly justice, because I like combining the aggression side and the justice side to keep the scheme down and the health down, just basically locking down the villain as much as I can. I'm so glad I got this deck finally, because I've been waiting for it for ages. I only Captain America, and I've got all the things so far. Rise of Red Skull's coming soon. I don't know when, and obviously the Hulk pack will be arriving shortly. We're getting back into regular rotation with the living card game set, so we'll come to that soon. And that's it for this set. Any questions, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.